The Leaving Today podcast, the show about the news, history, and attractions of the Disneyland Resort.
Well, come on, Wendy. Let's go.
But where are we going?
To Neverland.
Neverland.
Hello. Welcome to this special edition of the Leaving Today podcast. This is episode number 134. My name is Mark, one of the co-hosts here, and actually I'm the only co-host here right now. Why, are you asking? Since you asked, that is because both Udi and Jess are down at the park as I am recording this. They are in Anaheim at Disneyland, the happiest place on earth. It is Sunday evening, May 16th, to be exact. They will be calling in a little bit later, a little bit later for me, but you won't know how much later it is. It'll just be like a blink of an eye. But they're going to give us a full report, or maybe not a full report, but a report of their first day back. They were there today, and then they're there tomorrow all day. So I expect a full-on review for the next episode. But I wanted to get this guys out to you because I know you've been following them on Instagram Live, and just to see what they're doing, and we want to get their take on a few things. So we're going to do that, and then hopefully this is like the first part, and the second part, Udi's going to do some recording in the park and send me the audio, and I'm going to put it together, and this will be episode 134. But before they call in, I just wanted to say thank you so much for listening. If this is your first time listening, welcome. The water's warm. This is a slightly different format than we normally do it, but this is still, we want to get something out there for you guys. And if this is not your first time listening, welcome home. If you would like to support us in any way, you can go to leavingtodaypodcast.com, click on the Patreon logo, and there you will find 3 different tiers: a $1 tier, a $3 tier, and a $5 tier. And for that, you get to be on the show. In addition, we've got T-shirts to sell. That you can find all this information on leavingtodaypodcast.com. And also, if you follow us on Instagram, we have a Linktree thing, and all this information is on there as well. Okay, so I'm not going to be going over the news because nobody wants to hear just me talk about the news. Usually there's some witty banter going on. Maybe one thing I'll say, maybe there's 2 things I'll say real quick. Since you're listening to this show, I must gather that you like Disneyland. So we all heard about the DisneylandForward project, and you listened to our episode a couple times ago with Sam Carter. We totally unpacked it. If you guys want to get involved, however much or however little you want to, go to DisneylandForward.com and sign up with your email, and then to that you'll be part of their news group or their newsletter, and they'll send you information. Case in point, this last Thursday they had an open forum. Since I signed up, they sent me an email saying, hey, you want to be part of this? And I said, sure. And it was a Zoom meeting with some Anaheim city officials and some officials from Disneyland. And it was basically like a city council meeting where Disneyland talked about the things that they want to get done. And they're kind of bringing their case towards, I don't know if it's their case. They're just sort of talking about it with the council people there, and basically saying that they want to have things rezoned, and this is the reason why. And there was a really cool Q&A session where you, as a viewer, could actually submit your questions via Zoom. And I thought that was really, really cool. It was an hour and a half long. I had conflict after an hour. I had things to do, but so I did not get to submit a question. But I watched the first hour, and I found it to be very informative. And I do appreciate the seemingly transparency that we're getting from both sides. I still have some questions, although I'm not an Anaheim city resident, so a lot of it doesn't really impact me. But it's still interesting to know that you can, say something. So that, listeners, if you do want to get involved in that, again, it's DisneylandForward.com, and all the information is on there. And I do encourage you folks to do that. Okay, the second thing is, we have here in California, I guess we go by a different drum because we all heard about the not wearing outdoor masks. And while Walt Disney World said that the other day, it appears that Disneyland Resort here in California is holding fast to the policy of still wearing a mask outdoors. So that's where we are right now. There's no reason to cry over spilt milk or to get really worked up about it. It's basically what we've been doing for the last year or so. So that's how it is, and that's what we're doing. Whether you like it or not, it's what is going on. So that's what we have to deal with, and that is really what I wanted to say. And so in just a few minutes or a few moments, we'll be talking to Udi and Jess. All right. So once again, listeners out there, thank you so much for tuning in to the show. It means everything to us, and we'll talk with them shortly. Bye. Hey, LTP listeners. As promised, I am delivering the other 2/3 of the LTP there here tonight. Sitting across from me, not to the left or the right of me, we have the Trailmaster Puppets himself, Udi.
Good evening.
Good evening, sir. And then behind him is the game changer herself, Jess.
Hi.
Hey. They have just spent the whole day in the park. It is currently 10:25 on Sunday night. The park closed at 9. This is the first of 2 days. They had a park hopper today, and I'm thinking that's a park hopper tomorrow.
Correct.
Okay. So I'm just gonna let you guys talk. I've got tons of questions, but I want you guys just to talk about whatever comes up naturally and how it felt to be back there. And did you get emotional? Did you not, or whatever? Let's do it.
Okay.
Okay.
I will describe it as coming home. We've all been away from home. Different periods in our life. I know.
Yeah.
I was traveling for a while. For work. And
Bless
I'll
you,
be gone
Jess.
for a week or two.
Thank you.
And you remember home. You remember what it is, and or the having home where you grew up with your parents, or anything of that.
Yeah.
And so that is what it is. Whenever you leave, you have your memories, and you don't go back for a while, and you can reminisce. But then when you walk back in, you have that thing of like looking around and kind of going, "Oh yeah, I remember everything." And you have such a deep sense of familiarity, and then if it was good, you can kind of pick up right where you left off.
Yeah.
And that is very much the feeling I had, kind of like it's been over a year, but then you have that thing of like, God, you remember everything.
Yeah. So there was a
so
pretty good
reality that.
Go ahead.
In all reality, I mean, it is a very enlightening feeling. Like I went live when we walked, and I didn't feel like I needed to comment or narrate our walk. Coming underneath the bridge and going through and beginning to walk down Main Street.
Yeah.
I didn't really feel like narrating because I think there are moments in time where you just be quiet and you take everything in. So that was another thing of it too. You know, as much as we talked, we also had moments of like just quiet. You know, just walking and just taking everything in, looking around. You know.
Oh, for sure.
So yeah, definitely. Yeah.
So there was a strong sense of like continuity there, that because it had been 13 months or so for you, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah.
And Jess, how did you feel going through the tunnel?
I mean, like Woody said, it felt like, you know, just being home. It felt like, we had never left.
Mm-hmm.
Like it was just like we hadn't been gone that long.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, and I didn't get emotional. I didn't cry walking in. It was just natural to be there, to be back.
Oh, great.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, and it's you know, and like Udi said, you know, I mean, we would talk and then we wouldn't. Like everyone was just quiet, and I kept asking my mom if she was okay because she wasn't talking. She's like, yeah, I'm taking it all in. I'm just, you know.
Oh, cool.
And she kept saying, best day ever, you know, like all day. Like,
nice. Nice.
So, yeah, I mean, I didn't get, you know, and we rode Indy, and when we got off, I told Udi that made me cry.
Mm-hmm.
I got emotional, and I cried on Indiana Jones, because it was just, and it would have been any ride. But it was just like that first back into the park, like, you know, this is what we've, you know, been missing and we've been without. And yeah, I cried through Indiana Jones.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. I can definitely see that.
Yeah, and an attraction I would not have thought of.
No.
Never.
Yeah, we're walking off and I went, wait, what?
Yeah.
No, then it hits you. Did the park look cleaner? At least, and updated and refreshed? How did that all appear?
Yeah. I mean, I've been sending you pictures off and on throughout the day.
Yes.
But yeah, overall, I mean, yes, we did remember we did run into a couple of things. We're like, wow, why didn't that get cleaned up?
I felt like there was a lot more trash on the ground.
Really?
That is true. Like, yeah, like,
no.
Like I felt like there weren't enough sweeps around.
Yeah, I felt like it was dirtier.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, go ahead.
You look at the I mean, but the paint on the buildings and the attractions and walking through, all that felt better. You know,
sure.
The carousel definitely looked fantastic, didn't it?
Oh yeah, it was beautiful.
The carousel looked beautiful. Like we turned in the corner and we kind of started looking at it like, look at that. Like the refreshment of all that Snow White.
Oh, yeah.
The castle. That was amazing. Like, I thought it was really good.
It was, I mean, I would ride it again tomorrow.
Yeah, for an attraction.
The carousel?
I mean, no. Snow White.
Oh, well, okay, let's get to that. I thought you were talking about the carousel. Okay, so we went to...
We were.
Oh, okay, so wait a minute. So Snow White's Enchanted Wish, you guys did that. And Jess, I need to go with you on this. What's up with this? What'd you think?
It's amazing.
Oh.
Yeah, it's I mean, even just the out, you know, the exterior of the attraction. Yeah. You know, with the different paints, it's all very bright and welcoming, and it's cheerful. You know, and you know, even walking in and you know, walking through the queue where it used to be like, for you know, the dungeon in the queue.
Yeah.
You know, it's now like Snow White's. Like her sleeping quarters.
Yeah.
They've got like her dress there and her shoes, and it was really cool. They really went in depth with like the detail to make it more about Snow White than the Evil Queen.
Yeah.
And the attraction itself was it was amazing.
Okay, cool.
I mean, we both got off, or we're coming out. We're both clapping.
Yeah.
Udi was clapping.
So good.
Yeah.
Uh-oh. Okay.
Like, I was really impressed. Like, we're halfway through, and we're both kind of like, oh my God, they did an amazing job.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
They did an amazing job.
Okay.
With it.
So what was the
highlight? I didn't know what to expect. I mean, to be real.
No, I didn't either.
Yeah.
But man, did they do a good job.
So what was the highlight of that for you, of that attraction?
The highlight?
Yeah.
I mean, I can't go with the term highlight. Things that stuck out to me.
Sure.
You know, they added they left the dungeon with the queen and her in the mirror, and that was great.
Yeah.
But when she starts doing the potion, they added this whole feature of this glass vial and with the digital effects of it brewing and changing.
Oh, cool.
And then where she used to come out in the boat with the apple before you go into the forest. It's now it's all dark, but there's a video image of a mirror, and you see Snow White bite the apple, and then the mirror just shatters.
Oh, really?
And,
oh, awesome! Awesome.
Really cool. And then you get the happy. He kisses her, and she opens her eyes, and she lifts her arm up to move. It's really cool.
Oh, okay, cool.
It's amazing.
Yeah,
okay.
I mean, Mark, I think you're gonna be really impressed when you go on.
Okay, yeah, looking forward to that. So,
again, I didn't know. Yeah.
I've only seen a little bit of the video that they at the Parks blog released, and it looks like the colors are. I mean, the word that comes to my mind is brilliant, brilliant coloring. Does that seem correct?
Yep.
Okay.
Great
awesome.
work.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah, I mean, they added a lot more digital effect throughout it, and they timed everything really well.
Okay.
Yeah, they in my opinion have rejuvenated that attraction probably for the next 25 years. That is really how good it is.
So now, do you feel they need to kind of go around the dark rides in Fantasyland? Maybe.
So that's what I was gonna say. Is that I was really worried. I don't want them to change Pinocchio.
Oh.
But if they're gonna do something like that, by all means.
Yeah.
Okay.
Go for it.
Yeah. Okay.
I think we talk a lot about technology and tech improving.
Yeah.
And how do you keep on moving? And then this right here is a good example. If you can take when you take a classic dark ride and then infuse new tech into it, how it boosts the entire thing.
Oh yeah. Awesome. Yeah. I can see that.
So yeah. Like I said, you're going to be I think you're going to come off it going, wow.
Okay.
I mean, I had no idea what to expect. I'm kind of like, okay, whatever.
Sure.
I would ride it probably every fourth or fifth trip.
Okay.
Before, just to kind of keep up with the classic. But
yeah. But now.
And now I'm like, I'll ride that again. Yeah.
Okay. Has it moved to the has it moved to the must do column now or?
No.
Okay.
No, not for me.
If you have little ones, yeah.
Oh yeah.
Sure.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, did they take away?
And if,
did they take away that brass apple at the beginning where you can touch it?
Yes.
Did they replace it with anything?
It's a book.
Yeah.
Does the book do anything?
No, it's just the start of the story.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
It's opened up. It's opened up with a page and it has Snow White and then the Evil Queen.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. I almost took a picture of it. I don't know why I didn't.
Well, you just.
We'll do it tomorrow.
Okay.
Yeah, but overall, then, like Jess was saying, the exterior, we were talking about that, how they brightened the entire exterior of the attraction too. Yeah, it's much brighter. And then even with when we went before the shutdown, how we could see the walls up and you can kind of see the tops. I don't know, it feels like it changed even from that. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
They brightened it up even more from when we saw it over a year ago.
Are you talking about Fantasyland in general, or?
No. Just Snow White.
Oh, I'm sorry, Snow White. Okay.
Yeah, the exterior facade. Yeah.
Oh, right.
Yeah, but yeah, we didn't go too far. I mean, we didn't go too far into Fantasyland.
No.
Yeah, and I didn't even. step into Tomorrowland today.
No, we did not.
I was gonna ask you. You guys didn't do Space Mountain? Okay.
Tomorrow.
Cool.
Yeah, because
you guys are on the west side today.
Yeah, well, that kind of leads into why, and let me explain why.
Mm-hmm.
Well, for one, I mean, we were here today with Jess's family, so the priority was to be, because they're here for one day.
Gotcha.
So the priority was definitely for them. You know, we wanted, you know, I know Jess wanted to, and I wanted to, like, yeah, whatever they want to do, is cool.
For sure. Now,
because,
did
we have tomorrow.
Did they have a good time?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
Okay.
Her mom kept on saying, you know,
Best day ever.
Her mom, yeah, we got her mom on Rise, which was great.
Oh, yeah, talk about that. How did all that go?
Well, that went well.
How did you enter?
Well. She enjoyed it.
How did you enter the ride, the attraction?
Okay,
Different
so
or?
Here's the modification you're gonna find for Rise in all likelihood.
Okay.
If you guys can recall, if the listeners can recall, I posted a video, probably my last trip, of the shortcut route into the queue.
Yep.
That is where they guide you now.
Okay.
So they do not send you down the long corridor queue. You know, the interior with all the gear and all that is all, you bypass that entirely.
Wait a minute, just real quick. So do you circumvent the waterfall and everything?
Yeah.
Oh, no. Okay, that's a cool part, though.
Yeah. Well, you are on the other end of the waterfall.
So you see it.
You still see it.
Oh.
I think I sent you a picture. Maybe I didn't.
I'll have to look.
Of that. Yeah, you'll have to look. I may have sent it to somebody else, but
that's also true.
Huh?
I said that could also be true.
Yeah.
You sent it to someone else.
That is true. I know I sent it to somebody today. But anyway.
Okay.
Then and then you go in. Now, the main difference you're going to find in Rise, for everybody who has ridden it, you'll know what I'm talking about. The intro queue at the very beginning.
With the hologram.
I won't go into detail.
With the hologram, right?
With the hologram, is gone, completely bypassed.
Okay.
So that room, you go walking right through. And you go straight into the secondary boarding. Yeah. And you go right into that. After that, the attraction is the same.
Okay.
The thing you have to put up with everywhere is the plexiglass barrier.
Okay.
So the one thing definitely, and I did a lot to kind of every attraction we're in, every indoor facility we were in, any partition, I went to look at it, and I wanted to kind of get an idea of like how permanent is the structure, how, because I know how I would put a lot of it together, depending on where they had to put it, and then I'm like, okay, I get everything they're doing. So I'm literally walking and looking at how they mounted these partitions on different areas, and I'm like, okay, I would say 99% of the partitions that I looked at today were all very much in a temporary feel.
That's good. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that was one of my concerns, like, okay, the only one that I got on today that felt a lot more permanent, believe it or not, was Mission Breakout.
Oh, okay.
And there's only one partition in Mission Breakout. It would be, for everybody who knows it, the front row. There's a partition between, the stairs as you go up into, the divider right down the middle of the cab.
Yeah, row 1 and 6.
Row 1 and 6. That is a partition between them. The other ones do not have one.
Is it behind them or in front of them?
It's on the side.
It's on the side.
It's on your right-hand side.
Yep.
Oh, okay. Does that even sound effective?
I don't know.
It sounds.
Yeah, and we both kind of questioned it. Like, that seems kind of weird, but whatever.
Yeah, it sounds weird to me.
But yeah. So
okay.
on Rise, So going back to rides, though.
Sure.
The rides, when you go into that secondary part of the ride, I don't want to give away people because I know there's people who still haven't ridden it.
Yeah.
All of that, and Mark, you know what I'm talking about. All of that is temporary in there. Like, all of it feels temporary in there.
Okay.
Like, barely enough to make sure it doesn't fall.
Okay.
Kind of temporary.
Were the commanders wearing masks?
Yep.
Yeah. They were all doing that. They're all following CDC's guideline with mask and face shield.
Okay.
But that did not break their character. In fact, the one that we got, Jess's mom, wasn't following instructions properly.
Yeah.
So he got onto her case for that.
Oh, great.
And then she goes, well, I can't count. And he's like, and then he went on to that. He did not let go of the counting through the entire time. It was great.
Yeah, she told him she couldn't count, and he says clearly.
Clearly, and then he didn't let it go. It was
awesome.
Oh yeah. So I mean, the cast members, as usual, were great. I mean, it was great to, I know Jess and I, we were all. I mean, every track we were coming off, we're like, thank you, because we're extremely thankful to be back and have them back working.
Yeah, for sure.
And so we were doing our part to try to be like the upbeat, happy, no matter what kind of visitor and guest, because looking at everything I had to deal with now with all the protocols, man, did their job get complicated. I mean, it's always complicated. I'm never going to undercut their job.
No.
But man, did they add like a few layers of complication now.
Mm-hmm.
And I kind of feel bad for them at a level.
Yeah. Well, I hope there wasn't any rude customers there today. Guests.
You want to tell a story? Okay, so we were coming near the end of the night now, and we were
a DCA, right?
We're at DCA.
Okay.
So we rode. We went to Mission Breakout.
Okay.
Hopped out of there. Mission Breakout was a 20-minute wait at the most.
Like 20 minutes.
Oh, just let me ask you this real quick. So there's no fast passes. So you just you when you go up to Guardians of the Galaxy and it says 25 minutes, you gotta make a full commitment right there to do it, right?
Yep.
Okay, gotcha. Understood. Okay.
So I don't want to. Yeah, I'm going to go back to that. But we went there and then we hopped over, and we said, okay, we're going to go ride in Credit Coaster.
Okay.
And so we were on the pier, and we were getting in the line, and what they're doing with COVID protocols and keeping the social distancing, the lines are incredibly long.
Okay.
Incredibly long and routed through
weird things.
Weird, oh my,
but they're exaggerated.
Anyway. Huh?
But the lines are somewhat exaggerated, which
incredibly exaggerated.
Okay.
It is a very odd feeling.
Okay.
So we were lining up, and they'll do like a weird, for Credit Coaster, they'll come out, out of the gateway, that big arch, right?
Yep.
And then go and start heading up the side of the pier. Okay?
Towards It's Lemon or towards the other direction?
Correct. Towards It's Lemon.
Okay.
So they will do right where they get to the end of that kind of walkway, and then it switches from a rail to that wall where they have the big murals.
Gotcha.
Right about there, they button hook it, and they want to button hook it back. The thing is, though, they don't have rope. It's not roped off.
So there's no stanchions or anything. Okay.
Correct.
Okay.
So what they do, they have the 6-foot tape markers on the ground.
Sure.
And then they have a CM there, basically directing. They have a sign that says "line begins here," and kind of directing that. So we kind of hopped in right where the button hook is, and then one of the CM at the end of the line there, trying to manage it, was kind of having a little bit trying to communicate with people. They weren't listening to her. So Jess goes. She goes, let me
start the trend.
Yeah, let me start the trend. So she hopped over to the button hook. And then she kind of looked at Jess and she's like, wait, were you guys over there already? And Jess was like, yeah, but we'll come over here. She's like, no, I prefer, you guys, why don't you guys go ahead and go ahead and get back in line, and then I can handle it. I'm like, okay. And we both were kind of like, whatever, whatever makes it easier. And Jess was totally just, yeah, whatever you want, And so we were there, and we just get back in line. We're kind of standing there. And then, like, a minute later, she pops over. She's like, "Thank you, you guys. You guys were the first nice guests I've had all day."
Oh my gosh, really?
I'm like, oh no. Like, I felt instantly bad for her. Then but then she goes, "You guys, I want you guys, please go to the Fast Pass."
Oh my gosh.
And she goes, "And tell them Giovanna," and that was her name, Giovanna. And Giovanna, if you ever hear this in some weird way, you find this episode, thank you very much.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you very much. So she says, yeah, go ahead and let them know that I said that it was okay for you guys to jump on the Fast Pass line.
Oh, that's and it worked.
Oh yeah, we walked right up and then boom.
Right on.
I mean, it went from the wait time was 25 minutes and we were on in 5.
That's awesome. So, but isn't there hey Jess, isn't there some sort of mechanism where you can go to City Hall and pay a compliment to a cast member?
Yes. And you know what? And I feel like they don't take it as, they don't handle it the way that they used to.
Oh, okay.
So every time someone would go and compliment them, they would always get a certificate with whatever the guest said about them. But I feel like they don't really do that anymore, and I may be wrong.
Okay.
That thought did cross my mind.
Yeah.
Well,
we may have to do it tomorrow.
Maybe, but that's some magic. Awesome.
Yeah, I mean, without a doubt, and super, super sweet girl.
Cool.
And then, we wrote it, and that was the first time Jess ever wrote that at night, believe it or not.
And how was it?
I liked it.
Yeah?
Yeah, I liked it at night.
Yeah.
Yeah,
and then, so we came up the...
It's better at night, Jess.
Yeah. It is better.
Yeah, we came off the attraction, and we're coming back up, and we just stopped again, and we thanked her so much. And we're like, oh, thank you guys, and super sweet.
Awesome. That's great.
Yeah, then where else? I mean...
You guys went to Radiator Springs. I saw the picture.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was before Incredicoaster.
Yeah.
Oh, that was before.
We went from Guardians to Radiator Springs because Radiator Springs was a 20-minute wait.
And how was that?
Do that?
Was it great as always?
Oh yeah, it was great. It was wonderful.
Jess, another thing that you had not ridden at night.
Yeah, I have never ridden that.
Oh geez, it's a different.
And I'm like, what? So yeah.
But did you guys win the race?
No, by a quarter of a car length, man.
Oh, that's unfair.
But
that's unfortunate.
No, but
yeah.
We were the only people in our car.
We were the only people in the car.
Okay.
And because of that, dude, I will tell you this right now. When we got done, we were like, dude, we were flying.
Really?
The cars seemed faster.
Yeah.
Every hit, every hump as you go, every bank being hit, you felt like we were going much quicker.
Yeah.
Cool.
Much more quickly. Yeah.
Awesome. That's great.
So, and I can only, we were talking about it. It has to be the fact that the cars are pretty much empty. They're running pretty much cars only by your group.
Okay.
So, that is one thing. Let me kind of bring this up before we go to ramble on, because we can go on and on. The one thing with the COVID protocols that is very weird. Again, going to the line, okay, length of line, and it being exaggerated. They're incredibly exaggerated. The length of line is incredibly exaggerated. Like I said, what's a good example?
For an exaggerated line?
Yeah.
Indy.
Okay.
So Indy, you would go to where you normally would. Stand by. Yeah. But you hang a hard left, and they run you into the Jungle Cruise queue.
Like
you go up. So so for everybody who knows, you're coming out. Let me kind of tell you, when you're coming out of Indy, coming up the walkway, look to the right. There's a staircase that kind of goes through the upper deck of the queue for Jungle Cruise.
Yes.
They send you up that way.
Okay.
So you wind up walking up on top of that entire queue.
Did they have Did they have the queue music going for the Jungle Cruise? It was just silent there?
No.
Oh, okay. That's interesting. That's weird.
Oh, so you bring up another topic, but we'll get back to that
okay.
about that because we both noticed a few things with that. But anyway.
Okay.
So yeah, they'll run you across the entire top of that second story of the Jungle Cruise queue. Of course, everything is marked up with the 6-foot tape. So that right there, you're going in line, and you go all the way up and around, and then you cut right back across, and then you go into the lower part of that first queue that you normally would. Then you kind of go in there, and then they send you up and into the temple. Like usual, once you hit the temple, you're cruising. You're cruising. But the one thing that they did eliminate, which we made that comment, and this is something they did a lot, which kind of bugged me and kind of bugged Jess, is, we have the moment where we stop and we watch the film.
Yeah.
Establishing the story,
sure.
knowing why we're there, gone. You go right through there. You literally go right through there. You do not stop.
Did they have CMs in there telling you to stop, or to keep going?
Yep, right there. Keep on walking.
So you can't touch the pole or anything like that?
The pole is gone. The pole is gone. Yep, the pole is gone.
How about the rope that you can pull?
The rope, you bypass all the way around. They don't even send you that way.
Wow. I'm not sure what I feel about that. Maybe, okay, we'll get back to that some other episode, but yeah. Wow. Yeah,
that is rough for me. So yeah, that kind of interactive queue where people are going to be grabbing.
Yeah.
Not having it. So yeah, you have that little loop that they would send you to go up around the well.
Yep.
Completely gone. You bypass. You go to the right and you bypass it altogether.
Okay. Yeah,
right.
To be honest, all of that makes sense to me at this point in time. But removing a pole or removing some of the show elements, like physically, is a bit strange.
Yeah.
But okay, you can't have it all, I suppose.
Yeah. So then, So then you go in, and you go straight in. I mean, you go right on in, and you follow the queue as normal at that point.
Okay.
Up, stairs, up and around, and then back down. And then the one thing, again, what they're doing with loading the cars are going to be by party, and then for Indy, the one thing that is very weird is there is no center row. Center row is occupied now by a big piece of plexi.
Great.
Yeah, it looks horrible.
But it really messes up the vision.
It does.
Okay.
Yeah, do you want to comment on that, Jess?
Go ahead.
Okay, so yeah, you walk in now. That one I looked at, it's bolted on by a couple bolts. I'm like, okay, that has to be secure, but easily removed because I looked at it as looking at it for the mounting. But the one thing that it does do is it causes a reflection for the riders in the back, which we were. And in certain areas through the attraction, you will look forward, you only see yourself.
Yeah.
Down the dark tunnels, black light, anything like that, if you're wearing that, you're going to reflect right off of that. So it does do a lot at certain points in the attraction.
Oh, okay. So you know what? Up until this point, when you said that, I thought you were saying the plexiglass went vertically, not horizontally through the car.
No, through the entire length of the row. It divides that first row with the third row. So there is no human being. You cannot fit in that.
Okay.
You literally cannot fit in that. So yeah, it goes horizontally the length of the car.
Oh, gotcha. Okay. Wow.
So yeah, so literally it is a vary between the first row and the third row.
Are you going to go on that tomorrow or no?
Yeah, I'll go again.
Okay. Yeah. So it doesn't deter you from going.
No, I mean, okay, so at this point, if you're going to find a plexiglass barrier as a deterrent, you're not going to be riding anything.
Okay.
You're going to be riding very little because, well, any of the big things, because of how it is now.
Sure.
And so again, though, the one thing that made me kind of feel a lot more relaxed about it all is like, okay, it looks like it is meant to be taken down as soon as possible.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Okay.
So I mean, so that was interesting. But going back to the thing with the lines, yeah, going back to the Indy line, and that is an exaggerated queue, and that is throughout every attraction we went on. We're looking at, okay, it is a 20-minute ride, or a 20-minute wait. Look at Pirates. Pirates was a 20-minute wait, 30-minute wait.
It said 40 when we got in line, but it wasn't.
Yeah, no, it wasn't. It was maybe a half hour.
Okay.
And that they sent you along I mean, you're going back. The line was beginning
by Golden Horseshoe.
By Golden Horseshoe.
What? Really?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
So again,
okay.
A 20-minute queue, and we all know, like, a 20-minute normal queue for Pirates is you're barely outside of the bridge.
Yeah.
And maybe hang a little bit of a right,
Okay.
No, the 20-30-minute queue started you down by Golden Horseshoe.
Wow.
And then
that's wild.
You walk all the way along the rivers. We'll send you near, almost to the Columbia, back there to Fowler's Harbor, almost all the way there, and then they'll loop you back, and then they loop you back,
okay,
and then they'll loop you again, and they'll loop you again, and then you go into the bridge.
Okay.
So basically, what they did is limit your time on the interior queue.
Sure.
Yeah.
So now a lot of the queue, and that's why for anybody listening to this is going to be going, before maybe a lot of these things go away, be prepared. It's going to be a little off-putting because we all, have grown up with the things. If you're in a line that is beginning back there, you're going to be there a very long time. Isn't so. Again, just because they're doing everything they can to put everybody outside.
Okay.
So.
Okay.
Yeah. So, I mean, we were in the line for Snow White. And that one was kind of a crazy, weird, exaggerated loop through here and there. It was crazy. But anyway, that was crazy the way they have that one kind of worming through everything. I had a couple people go like, "Oh my,
this line is so long."
It's so long, and I'm like, I'm thinking to myself, but no, not really.
Okay.
And then I did hear, as per usual, I hate it, but I gotta bring it up. Some of the most absurd things I heard today from other guests.
Okay.
One woman talking to another one,
telling
her, "Oh, you'll have to come next time when it's not so busy."
Oh, jeez.
And I was like, "Is that 25% capacity? I don't think you're gonna get it any less busy." It was I'm like, wow, okay, do you not know what's going on? I don't know. And then the other comment I heard was, "Oh my God, these lines are too long." And I'm like, oh my gosh, you do not get what's going on.
Yeah.
No.
Sure sounds like it. So I noticed you guys took an alternate entrance into the Haunted Mansion today.
Yes.
What was up with that? I've never been in that section where you guys went.
No.
And how did that transpire?
They gave us the option.
Oh, did they?
Yeah.
Okay, I didn't know. I wasn't at the head of the line.
Yeah, they gave us the option.
So you missed the stretching room.
Correct.
Okay.
Yeah, so we didn't have to take the elevator. We walked down some stairs and then down like a double ramp.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
And then that dumps you off right there.
It dumps you off into the hallway.
Yeah.
There's it's the emergency exit door.
Okay.
It's what it is.
Gotcha.
That they push through. But it's really cool in there. It's something that it's the servants' quarters. It's
Yeah.
arrows and directions on to different parts of the house.
Yeah.
It's really cool. I wanted to do it just once, so I was glad that we got to.
Yeah.
Yeah, you may never get that again unless you go to try it tomorrow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's not something that they're going to keep forever.
Okay.
No.
Well, lucky you guys.
They could
Awesome.
turn that into like the fast pass line.
They could.
You know.
For sure.
They really could.
But the whole stretching room was part of the show, part of the story.
Yeah. Yeah, I kind of want to do the stretching
we'll
room.
do the normal one tomorrow.
Yeah.
Okay.
But and they still have the portraits in there. They're just
Not stretched.
the normal portraits, though, just not stretched.
Yeah.
Okay.
But it's really cool.
Yeah.
Okay. Go ahead.
No, and then I was going to go into the whole, the loading area for it. We talked about it last show.
Oh yeah. How was that?
The divider. It is good.
Okay.
It was more like what I had thought it was going to be. It looks like it is definitely set up to queue up people. So they had lines behind that partition. They had an area between the wall, and then the partition, like the picture that we're talking about. And in there, it is numbered and lined, but they weren't using it. So my thought is maybe it's going to be a new load-up queue, or maybe for, a special need.
Sure.
But that being said, Jazz did mention that she was worried on the last episode that it might be bright. It was not.
No, not at all.
Oh.
It was done very well.
Cool.
We did look at the new painting on the wall, and then we hopped in, and then it's
Did it break down in the seance room?
No.
Oh shoot.
No.
Okay, then it's
we did get on that attraction one of the few stops of the attraction with the overhead warning to put your mask back on.
perfect.
Yeah, I mean that
Okay.
wasn't me or Beth.
Oh, okay.
Even though we both hate wearing masks, but we're not. We recognize what we signed up for when we went in.
For sure.
So we got a few of those, but then didn't you mention you think you saw something new? Because was the curtains in the ballroom?
In the ballroom.
Yeah,
In the window.
Yeah, that looked different.
It did look different, and I'd have to go back and watch old videos to
Yeah.
verify, but I'm pretty sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right on.
The other thing is as you drop down, the bride falling out of the window.
Yes.
That was the other thing. Here Comes the Bride.
Yeah, it was like I swear it never played that.
Yeah, but the way, even if they did the
way
it was a kind of off tune of Here Comes the Bride.
Different.
Yeah, it was kind of an eerie dun dun dun, dun like it was very cool.
No, nice.
And right there, huh?
I said it sounds nice. Maybe they use like a minor key or something, or.
Yeah, they might have done that. You'll probably hear and you'll be able to call that out, but.
Okay.
Yeah, but that was very cool, and I don't remember. I mean, maybe it was there, and I never picked up on it, but that really stuck out, really stuck out in my head.
Okay.
And then after that, the caretaker at the gate, it was darker.
It was hard to see his face.
Yeah, like they darkened up a lot of the that area. And then the attraction finishes like it normally would.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, Mansion is Mansion, and it was great to be on it.
Of course, yeah. I know it's late for you guys, and you've been up for 20 hours or something almost.
What time is it right now?
11. 18 hours.
I'm running on 21.
Okay, so we can talk more about because I know there's probably other things we haven't discussed. But what about the food? Give me some highlights of the food. What did you guys eat?
There are no highlights.
There are none.
Oh, is this a dark part of the story of the trip today?
Yes.
Oh.
Yes, I will tell you that, and it isn't a thing of the quality of the food, because that, as per usual, was fine. We ate at French Market.
Is it?
Yeah, we had lunch at French Market.
Is it a question of the whole mobile ordering? Has that loused everything up?
No.
Oh, okay.
It is kind of a pain for.
Okay.
It is kind of a pain. It is kind of a pain for those places that would go that didn't have it before.
Okay. Yeah.
even buy a water without a mobile order.
Yeah.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Yes. So if there's no available times for like an hour, you're not getting your water for an hour.
Oh, what the heck? Okay.
Yeah.
Like if you can find a cart here or there that is open,
Yeah.
then yeah, you can go buy a water. But if you can't, like you can't go and just walk at a restaurant and be like, hey, can I get a bottle of water?
Yep.
Oh, jeez.
Like they won't even let you walk up into a restaurant unless your order is ready to be picked up.
Yeah.
That's a problem.
Yes.
Well.
Oh,
so
wait a minute. Speaking of water, are you able to refill your bottle out of other stations, or are those shut off right now?
I didn't. I
didn't even look.
I saw one when we went to Galaxy's Edge, but I didn't go see if it was on or off.
Ah, jeez.
I would assume that they're off.
That's bad. But we'll see. Shoot.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, yeah, that is definitely one of the lowlights of what is going on.
Okay.
The drastically reduced food options. I mean, even within whatever restaurant is open, even their menu items are drastically reduced.
Oh yeah.
Oh no.
There's not much.
Yeah, it is probably cut in half.
No, that's horrible. Well.
Yeah. So, like I said, we ate a French market because we're like, oh, we can go over here, and we're like, oh, but that, I want that or that, and then we look on the go menu, looking at the menu to order, and like half it's gone. And you're like, okay, well, never mind.
It's gone?
So, yeah, I mean, half of the menu is gone.
Yeah,
like
they reduced it.
They reduced a lot of it.
Well, can you even sit in the French market, like outside of it, or?
Well, yeah. Okay, so here's another thing. Like I said, this is really the eating thing has really, in my opinion, done more than the queue.
Yeah.
The weird queues kind of mar the park. Let me explain what I mean by that.
Okay.
So now, because the indoor seating is a no-go, what do? You go to outside seating. Okay? So I'll give you French Market as an example. They have that nice open area.
Yeah.
But even that, where I've been known to sit and have a mint julep and a couple of beignets.
Yes.
The tables are down, and they have social distancing.
Yep.
So you think about how tight that area usually is, and you take away enough tables to get your social distancing in.
Okay.
So, that reduces capacity, right? So what do you do now? What they did is they have moved tables into normal walkways and things of that. So you're going to find all along the river. Yeah, this is one thing that Jess and I were like, oh no, this is horrible.
Yeah, it's disgusting.
Yeah, they had basically a 4-top table.
Yeah.
Kind of like a picnic type table.
Yeah,
You'll find.
umbrellas.
Yeah, we find like at a park. It's all like one big piece, whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, where you can put an umbrella. Those are lining the river.
Yeah, I can see how that would be bad show, but I don't know what you would reasonably expect them to do, right? I mean,
well, no, and that is my point. Like they have no other option. So on one end of it, you're like, oh man, that it crowds the area.
Yeah.
It makes it look awful.
Yeah.
They're putting tables wherever they can, and you're like kind of like, oh, but then you flip that coin right over and you go like, well, what do you expect them to do?
Sure.
Yeah, they have to.
Yeah, so the food, like I said, the food right now is the biggest thing that is kind of contributing to it not feeling like, or the most abnormal thing is going to the park.
So, like, for example, when you went to French Market and you ordered your food, and when you eventually got it, did they give it like in a styrofoam container and you take it elsewhere?
Plastic container, and then you can go request, a table.
Okay.
Well, we did. You have to wait for a table. Now,
of course.
The funny thing is, you can walk up there and like we normally do, like, hey, we're gonna have 4 or 5, 8, whatever, how many people, and we need a table. They look at you like, we need to see food in hand, and then we'll do that.
Perfect. Wonderful.
So again, doing everything they're doing what they have to do to kind of control that kind of whole thing. And again, while it is very abnormal to what we're used to, and I don't see it going on very, very long.
Yeah.
Because it's really not it takes normally like we like going and eating and kind of relaxing. Kind of adds a weird kind of pressure. Like, okay, well, we better hurry up and eat because we're like with us, we'll hurry up and eat. We can get out of here so other people can come and sit down.
Yeah, so you don't really enjoy it. So, but I was going to ask you, could you? I mean, what are they doing with Hungry Bear since it's closed? Can you go up there and sit?
Nope.
I didn't see anybody.
You cannot go up there. No, it
really?
It's closed off. Yep.
There's a ton of space up there.
I know, but no, it was the lower part of it was open. The upper part was closed.
Oh, interesting. Okay. Yeah. Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
So you guys French Market, did you have any snacks? An ice cream or a lemon or a churro or anything?
No, ice cream is for tomorrow. I did get a Dole Whip.
And you got a coffee.
Okay.
Oh, I did.
Okay. Joffrey's?
Yeah. No. I actually had a Starbucks because I went to the Starbucks, which I never go into.
Right.
To buy somebody a mug.
Oh, well, I'm sure she thanks you for that. In fact, she already did. She says thank you. I told her.
One. Yeah. Okay, good. And then I got one for myself because it's legit. The Tatooine is legit.
Nice. Are they? So are they still taking your AP discount on that kind of stuff?
Yep.
Oh, cool. Yep. So it's lemon tomorrow, and then Jack and Coke tomorrow. Is that what's going on, or?
Yeah, correct.
Okay.
Correct.
So the advice maybe you want to. I mean, would you tell someone maybe you should just save your appetite and go to downtown Disney or something?
Yes.
Yes.
That might be a good way to go. Because
it sounds miserable, but I don't know I really don't know what else they can do.
Only miserable because we're spoiled. I mean, there is
we
a
are.
level of that. Understanding that, we have it very good when we go.
Yeah, we had it good for 65 years.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah. So, again, understanding that, and if you can kind of temper your expectations are going to be okay. What I would recommend for anybody who will be going to the park are a couple things.
Oh,
Bring a sandwich.
Well, yeah, like full Mark, bring a sandwich.
Well, that's because I had to feed 3 people, but now, you know what? That was only for lunch. For dinner, we went out. I need to clarify that.
Yeah, you went to Jack in the Box.
No, we did not. We ate at the park.
No, what I would say is go ahead and go onto your app and look at the food. Look at the food. Yeah, and figure out if what you're going to want to do for food, or look at it and go like, is that what I'm going to want to do, or am I going to find another option?
Sure. Okay.
So again, do that and recognize that. The park is, while being very much home, it is modified. It is modified in a very noticeable way.
Okay.
Very noticeable way. But like I said, the biggest one being the tables everywhere. We're just trying to get people to buy food there and eat it there. I can't. That I'll be happy when all that kind of goes away because it'll clean up the look and the feel of the park a lot more.
Okay.
But anyway, so that'll be the big thing, and then again, do not get fooled by a physically long line.
Okay.
Okay, it isn't like how it is when we grew up, where a line that wraps around 80 different ways from Sunday is going to be a 4-hour line. Yeah.
Okay.
So just be ready for that. Be ready for until the mandates are gone for a mask that they're going to be on you if you take that off. But the plus side of that is once you actually go into an area where you can eat or drink, they don't care. They do not care. You can sit at the table, mask off, and just hang out.
Cool.
So I see why a lot of people were taking advantage of sitting down for as long as they could, because then you could have your mask off.
Okay. Makes sense.
Time.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Okay. Well, right on. It sounds like a very good day, very fun day.
Overall it was great.
Cool. And then tomorrow you guys have park hoppers, so you guys are going to be there at 9, and then you leave around 7 or so because you got to catch a flight. Is that what's
roughly? Yep.
Okay.
That is a working plan as of now.
Awesome.
Yep. Woody's going to breakfast, and I'm sleeping in.
Yep.
Where's breakfast?
Where do you think?
Tomorrow? Oh, Denny's.
Yeah.
Okay. Gotcha.
Then I'm gonna figure out if I'm bringing Jess back a cup of coffee. I think I will. Anyway.
Sure. Bring her back some flapjacks.
There you go. No, I'm not gonna be her servant.
Okay.
She can come down. She can come down if she wants.
There you go.
Yeah, because we're not that far from it.
No, you're not. I think it's a block or something.
Not even.
Not even? Okay.
Yeah, not even.
Well, I did promise the LTB listeners that you're going to send some audio from the park. So.
Yes, I will do that.
Okay.
Like I told Mark, and by the time you guys hear this, I'm working on what I want to talk about right now and how long of a diatribe I want to go on.
Oh, okay.
That one, I'll right now where I am, it's going to be kind of a mixed bag of positive and negatives. What I really don't like, and I'll try to finish on the positive because I'm just trying to do that more often now. So
it sounds good.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And in a positive, upbeat way because we need more of that.
Yes, for sure we do. For sure. All right, you two. Go get some sleep. It's late for you two.
Yeah.
It's what time is it? 11:15. 11:15. Yeah.
Yep, it's bedtime.
You know it's gonna be bad is tomorrow. My body's gonna wake me up at 5 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah, you can't do that, man. You gotta.
It's gonna do it.
Oh.
I can't help it.
Not mine.
No, not mine. Right on. Okay, well, I'll be curious to hear what all the merchandise you guys. Did you buy a bag, Jess? Did you see one?
No, I haven't seen any that really stood out to me. I haven't seen many.
Okay.
But I got the sweatshirt, so don't worry.
Yeah. Which one did? What? Which one did you get?
No, her sweatshirt is a really good one.
What does it say?
Just a traditional Mickey Mouse, and it's red, and it's super soft.
Okay.
Yeah, it's just classic. It's nice. I like it.
Okay.
Yep.
Right on.
And I haven't gone to Star Trader yet, so I don't know what they have going on over there.
Oh.
Or Launch Bay, but all I've gotten is my tattoo mug, and then.
I think Launch Bay may be closed.
It could be.
Yeah, as it should be.
Could be. Yeah.
Awesome. We'll leave it there. All right, you two, get some sleep again, and then we'll talk later. And all right, guys, have a good rest of your. Well, I'm sure the rest of the evening's pretty much done, but have a great tomorrow. And I'm looking forward to hearing what adventure awaits you two.
Yep.
Yeah. All right.
All right.
All right. All right. Good night, guys.
All right. Bye.
Bye.
Hey everybody, I am in the middle of Galaxy's Edge right now. For everybody who's familiar with this land, I am by the big doors right before you go into the bazaar, coming out of the Resistance area. So I just wanted to take a couple minutes here and give my personal thoughts and feelings about the park and return to the park. Definitely beyond happy to be back. I mean, I want to put that out there. For as many of the issues and things that I'm not happy about in the park, overall, having it back is far beyond anything I was kind of expecting. I wasn't sure how it was going to be. So let me get some of the negatives out of the way first. A lot of the negatives are the general stories out of the attractions. Not all, but most of them have been basically null and void now because of the social distancing rules that are around still. A lot of the queues are straight bypass, so a lot of the areas where you will congregate and line up getting ready to move into the attraction, onto the actual ride portion of the attraction, are gone because you cannot be sitting in a room. I will give you example of Guardians of the Galaxy Mission Breakout. Completely the entire thing when you go into the the private office, and you have Rocket and the whole thing, and you see his arm grab the Walkman, and the whole thing it's all gone. You walk right through it. So when you get to the actual doors, and you got to raise your hands and to get identified for everybody who's written it, you know what I'm talking about. So all that is gone. It kind of feels just awkward now. You raise your hands, even though I raised my hand because I'm gonna. But that kind of thing, and then you go right into the attraction. The actual ride portion is still fantastic, still amazing. So that being said, a lot of it is just negated. Same thing with Haunted Mansion, Indy, same thing in the queue. A lot of things have been removed. So until all the restrictions are lifted, for anyone coming out, you're going to have to deal with missing elements and, in my opinion, important story elements for every attraction. So that is something that be prepared for. And it is kind of a letdown just because it takes the amazing park that it is and drops it down a bit. That's how I feel. It dropped it down a bit. They made it a little bit more typical. But that being said, I have 100% faith that everything will return to normal once all of these restrictions are lifted, and we can finally be done with this the Rona, and move back to 100% normal living. That's kind of the biggest negative overall. The other thing to deal with is the look of the park is kind of shocking in the sense that because there's no interior dining, a lot of it has been pushed to the outside in open areas. So again, be prepared for that. It's kind of like, well, there are tables and chairs everywhere where normally it's just a normal walkway and you're not even worried about it. So again, for anybody coming out, you'll see what I mean. It's pretty quick. Once you hit Main Street, go through Main Street and start heading into the lands, you're going to see that, and that is what's going on. So another thing that's kind of overall understandable as to why it needs to be done, but kind of detracts from the overall theming of the park as a general. But again, you can tell, all temporary, all them doing whatever they need to do to get the park back open, and for that I'm grateful that they've taken the steps to do that. But then to the positive. The positive is the park is still here. The overall feeling and the positivity of the park is still here. Walking in, still taking that first few steps into the park underneath the bridge, and walking down Main Street was amazing. And it hit me in the feels pretty good. I was with Jess, and we neither of us got emotional. And oddly enough, we both wound up getting emotional, but at different points in time that we weren't ready for. She really didn't get emotional until we got on the Indy of all rides. All the attractions I didn't expect her to do, and she didn't expect it, but because I think that's when it really hit home that we were back. That's when it really hit home that we were back walking the park and we're back home. So that was tough. And then for me, I didn't get that until today, Monday. And oddly enough, I was walking through Fantasyland entrance to Galaxy's Edge and started walking towards the Falcon. And that hit me. Because of everything that I've been through the last couple of years, and especially the last month, it reminded me of my dad. And it reminded me of my family. And it made me feel grateful for the family I have, the new family that I've been blessed with my LTP fam, and recognizing that a lot of it is, almost all of it is due to this place. And for that, I will be eternally grateful. So anyway, I'll kind of wrap it up there. Just incredibly grateful to be back in the park, incredibly happy to be back in the park. And I can't wait for everybody to come back. I can't wait for the day when we get the park back to 100%. We get to run around and not worrying about social distancing and markers on the ground, and be able to high-five random people along the along the park, and just being excited and happy to be here, and seeing fireworks and parades, and see parades and everything, and see a bunch of the plastic barriers are up, just gone, barriers that block people from connecting with each other. The CMs have been absolutely amazing, as usual. The other thing is, I want to give a reminder, and I know you guys, everybody who listens to the show for the most part, we all know this, but I feel like we need to do this again, because we ran across this a few times, Jess and I. Jess and I were treating our CMs the same way we always do, with incredible gratitude and thankful for the amazing job that they do and the hard work that they do. And we found more than one that gave us love back right away, and we're grateful to us for that. So thank you to Giovanna again. And we've had a couple other CMs that have just come out and kind of been really grateful and very happy that we're back and that they're back. So I'll leave it there. Again, hope to see you guys back in the parks soon. Hope to get the fam together soon and be able to walk the park with the LTP family all together back home where we belong. All right, talk to you guys soon. Bye.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, Disneyland is now in its normal operating day. We hope you enjoy your visit to the Magic Kingdom, and that the memories you've made will bring you back again soon.
Kitty.
It's like a breath of fresh air.
Boy, was my face red.
Can we do that again?